Think right in the face. Okay.
Okay.
Very nice. Me! Yeah! Hey! Me!
Think right in the face. Okay.
Ooh, it's so good. Ooh, it's so good.
Cool stream. Thanks, Howie. Check it out, everybody. It's... Oh yeah, I forgot that was up there. Can't hear it. What the frick? That ain't good. I can't hear the sounds. Frick. Oh, you can hear it? I can't hear it. I can't hear it. La dee da dee da dee 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 dee. Yay! Mr. Piss. There we go. Now I can hear it. Mr. Piss. Mr. Piss. Yeah. Creepy. It's time for the cool stream, la la la. It's time for the cool stream. It's time for the show. Might have to be the new... that might have to be the new intro. Let's hear that one again. It's pretty short, though. Sorry, the cool stream. It's time to watch the show. Yes, it's time for the cool stream. It's really, really fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Watch some funny videos.
Boom! Bink! Bink! Bink!
It's really cool. Watching the cool stream. It's really cool.
Wow.
We're having a lot of fun.
The cool stream. The cool stream.
Watching the show. You know what time it is? It's time for the cool stream, everybody. We're having a lot of fun. Here is the cool stream. We watched a lot of crazy, weird stuff on the web. Thanks for joining in today. Today's topic is public access. We're doing public access again. Because why the hell not? There's no cursing allowed on the show. We're gonna have some fun when you're watching the cool stream on the twitch.tv. Yeah. Yay! It's time for the cool stream. Really fun. I'm in the musical mode today. Really fun. Okay, I gotta start posting about. I gotta start posting again. It's time for the cool stream. Here we go. Now we're gonna watch some stuff today. Everybody's fun. Everybody's cool. La da dee 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 doo. And it's time for the show once again. Everybody, yeah, yeah.
Bye, Beowulf.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool and fun. I could just do this all day long. Singing. I'm singing a song. Okay, let's do the intro. It's time for the cool stream. We're doing public access again because we freaking fricked up and had some audio issues in the last episode. And if anyone's out there and they're watching and things seem a little off and the sound is all crazy, strap in, get ready to go, because it's time for the cool stream. Sometimes it gets crazy in here, and sometimes we don't mean it to be so many audio issues. That's what happened the last episode, is we had some audio issues, and frankly I thought, the show could be a lot funnier. So I think that a lot of the times when I'm doing this, it could be a lot funnier. So I thought we'd give it a shot, do it over again. Except this time we're doing...
They play video games on your phone while you're taking a dump?
I thought we'd do it again, except this time we're doing the public access roundup, everybody. It's sort of like the podcast roundup, except with public access.
Big muscles, big arms.
That's what we're doing today on the show. It's public access, weird stuff. Woo! That's right. A lot of stuff from way back when. Trying to find some of the weirdest stuff I could find, which is usually what I do on any given episode, but I really wanted to lean into it and find some cool stuff. Public access. Yay! It's a lot of fun. It's going to be fun and cool, everybody. It's going to be fun and cool. Gonna be fun and cool. Public accesses. Let me pull up the old...
Welcome to the Cool Crew.
Welcome to the Cool Crew. Welcome to the Cool Crew. Yay! Welcome to the Cool Crew. Bingen. Welcome to the Cool Crew, Bingen. I'm having some trouble looking at the... Oh, here it is. Bingen. Big Bingen. Thanks for watching. It's the cool stream. We're going to watch some public access television. Let me see if I have any... I might just pull up a website real quick just to show an example of some public access that I like to look at every now and again. How I like to browse. I'll kind of explain my process for how I do stuff. People like to know that, the behind the scenes. Plus, there's not much to look at right now. And not a lot of visual information that I'm showing you, so I figured maybe I could do this. The public access roundup. A good place to find your public access stuff is a website that I'm about to pull up here, publicaccesstv.us. This is a good place to... Not that one. Not that one. I'm having more issues. Frick! I didn't prepare as good, but it's fine. La 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 la. Here's the national directory on public access TV. Let's zoom in on this. You can actually see this crap. Here it is. Cultural arts, public opinion, inspiration, political forum, community events. Publicaccesstv.us, a subsidiary of Eagle Wing Enterprises Creative Services. So a lot of stuff going into this. This is cool. I've never seen this part. Eagle Wing Enterprises. That's kind of cool. Hand-coded, fully responsive, encrypted. Now available background reveal scroll. Oh, we got to get them to make a website for us. An exploration of background swap on scroll. Contact us for a free consultation. Anyway, these are the people that made food. People that made this great website, publicaccesstv.us. You can go in and check out all the different states. Let's see. Here's one we're actually going to look at, so why don't I just pull that up if I can find it. Somewhere, one of these in Indiana has a really good channel. It might be this one. I don't know. I don't remember. So anyway, you can go into some of these and see what the public access has got going on. Encrypted. See what the public access has going on, because it's good to know. It's good to know what they're doing. And you can find some really cool stuff. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool.
I guess we can get back to that if I can figure out what place in Indiana that was. Maybe I'll just start with that one for the public access. And then we'll get to the food one. We love the foods. I do have a good one queued up for that. Food. But now I want to start with this one out of Indiana. UPTV is the channel. And it is... What is UPTV? Well... This is UPTV. See if I can find... City of Urbana. Let me pull up the website. Because they have some cool stuff on here. Public Accessio. There it is. Urbana. They've got some cool shows. They got the weather forecast, the why not show, the DNA of the news, the Coup Tree show, the show. Those are just a few of the ones that they have there. And they have lots of good tweets. And they're on Zoom. So let's go to that one. This is a cool show on the Urbana Public Access. Or Urbana. Urbana. If we can get to that. Let me just click around and find it, and pull it up, and we'll watch it. News View.
The card of death!
They're making a movie of the Halloween, Spirit Halloween. So I'm really hoping the card of death is on there. I can't remember the character's name. Anyway, let's check out some public access. It's the time for the news.
And now, here for you, this is News Views, a newscast
Hello.
for Champaign-Urbana, Illinois, and the
Illinois.
world. This is Bill Ratner speaking. And now, Michael Badger.
And now, here he is.
Hello and welcome to News View. I'm Michael Badger, and this is the 100th
News
Friday
View.
edition of News View.
This is just a
Jason,
cool
the
screen,
cameraman
basically.
and computer operator, has provided me with this lovely Little Debbie Cosmic Brownie,
Delicious.
which I will now eat while we take a break and play a PSA.
Take a
Enjoy
break?
the
You just
PSA.
started the show.
I'll be right back with news after this.
Can't take a break. You just started. The hell? That's News View. All right. Oh God! A tornado happened. A News View on this date. Let's see his brownie. Tornado in Mississippi killed people in 1906. Wow. That's the News View data file. Do-do-do-do-do. The Cosmic Brownie.
Boom! 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 Now I've got a mecha, baby.
Okay. News View. All right, it's back. It's back, baby. News View. Loo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. This is the news.
Claro que sí, mami. Yo también. No puedo creer que empiezo las clases en 2 semanas. Mi amor, todos los papeles para la beca de la Guardia Nacional ya están listos. ¿Verdad? Qué bueno.
What the frick?
Yo también. ¿Quieres ir a comer?
Únete a la familia de la Guardia Nacional sin dejar la tuya.
It's a
Informa
dang
más en National
Tim and
Guard.
Eric ass intro. It's a damn commercial.
Now we know an
Uh-oh.
unborn baby is a human life.
No!
What we've been missing.
No! What the hell? It's true. I don't like these commercials.
Sometimes people take for granted about the best things ever planted, but they should be ashamed, should appreciate their trees.
Trees are terrific.
Spreads the word across the nation about trees. Trees are terrific.
Whoa, this tree!
I just ate the brownie. We might save that clip and put it in some other time.
I want to see the brownie.
Like I said,
eating.
it's the 100th Friday edition. I've already done 100 regular programs,
Dang, kind of like
counting
us.
Mondays.
This is episode
But
115.
here's the first news story for tonight. The University of Illinois Campus Faculty Association is looking into starting its own union.
Uh-oh. Oh, frick.
They say at the U of I in Champaign-Urbana that President Hogan, president of the University
President
of
Hulk
Illinois,
Hogan.
is being sided with by the U of I's
Ringgold.
Board of Trustees.
President Hulk
This isn't
Hogan.
sitting well with the faculty,
Oh, no.
and they would like to see Hogan
I want to see Hogan freaking body slam through a damn
resign, I
table.
believe. And in
I
other
think you should
news,
have need some water there
Postal Service
for that brownie.
decided to close post office in Illinois,
Oh no.
but
Trump. It's probably Trump wants to close the post office.
Democrat
President
Durbin
Hogan.
hopes to avoid the cuts. This is Dateline Champagne, excuse me. The U.S. Postal
Dateline.
Service said that it has decided to go ahead with plans to close some of its processing centers in the state of Illinois. The Postal Service says it needs to close more than 200 of them.
Oh, no.
And eliminate 28,000 jobs. Mostly through attrition and retirement because of the 25% drop in the amount of first-class mail since 2006.
Dang.
No date is set for the consolidations, though. And in Illinois, the Postal
God loves the
Service said it
news.
plans to move mail processing operations from Bloomington to Peoria and Champaign.
Peoria.
And from Carbondale
That's what happens when I have too much
Centralia to
champagne.
Evansville,
I do a lot
Indiana.
of. I do Peoria.
And from Effingham to Champaign. And from Quincy to Columbia and Springfield to St. Louis. Now you can see that would be a rerouting of the entire postal
would
system
suck.
at this time. Another University of
suck ass.
Illinois news, we moved to sports.
Sports ball.
That last story was from the AP, by the way. This one's from the Chicago Tribune.
AP.
And
News
from
View.
Stephen Rosenblum, who says Bruce Weber is as good as gone.
What? Who's that?
In his
Email.com.
opinion, Bruce Weber was honest, quote, but a bit confused, unquote. But he loves him for that, he says, and the
We
media
love him. The
is
media loves him.
regularly calling for honesty, he says, but there seems to be no room for that these
Weber
days
is as
if
good
you
as
want to
gone.
stay employed. Weber called out Mayors Leonard by name and giving the feeling that the Illinois big man was big nothing unless threatened with benching the way he was at halftime Wednesday, says
Is this
Stephen.
what
or Steve
sport is this
Rosenblum.
again? What's
I mean-
what team is this? Is this NBA or this is from
looks
back
like
in
Bruce
2012?
Weber is
So I don't
probably
know.
going to be
He's done. He's out of here.
out.
He's out of here.
Some people are very
He's still eating that
happy
brownie.
about this.
Bruce Weber, American
Some
photographer.
probably aren't.
There you go.
Centennial
Kansas
High
State
School
University
student was in a
head
car
basketball
crash
coach.
recently, according to WCIA.
Kansas State
At
basketball.
WCIA.com.
He just stepped down.
Tragedy is bringing the high school Champaign Central.
Illinois big man.
I mean Centennial. There's
Looks like
also a
he's
high
stepping
school
down at
named
Kansas
Central,
State.
But we're talking about Centennial this time.
All right.
Centennial's raising money to help badly injured Ryan Schaffer. One of his friends, Muhammad teenager Austin Dyson, died in the crash. And to Ryan's friends, it's a miracle he made it out of the crash alive.
Dang.
Brittany Verhoeven said, quote, I cried a lot and just prayed that everything would get better, but we didn't know what to do because this had never happened to me before, quote unquote, says Brittany Verhoeven. Choir teacher Marion Wyatt is helping students raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. And she also thought of a way to help Ryan's family pay for his 5 surgeries. And she says, quote, we knew we wanted to do something, and we wanted to do something quick and school-wide, unquote, says Wyatt. And Ryan's friends expect him back in school in April. Busey Bank is accepting donations to the Ryan Schaffer Fund. You can see more about that at IllinoisHomepage.net.
News View. This is News View. Let's see what's going on in this other episode 7. Here's another episode.
And our next story hits close to home, Champaign.
Champaign.
But this story comes to us from Northfield, Illinois.
From
thestreet.com. And it is close to home because it's about Kraft. And of course, as you probably
Minecraft.
know, Kraft has a plant
Robert
here
Kraft.
in the local area in Champaign, Illinois. But this is about Kraft
cheese.
Foods, or KFT is their
Kraft
stock
cheese.
symbol, has decided to split into 2 separate companies.
Wow.
And they expect this to help their sales, I guess.
Robert Kraft. He supported Trump and the Patriots.
Posting it's better than expected.
Who's burping? It's not me.
Profit Thursday morning. They say
It's not me.
Here. Kraft laid out plans to split into 2. One division will be the snacks business.
The snacks. I got a good snack.
North American grocery business. Snacks business.
The snacks business is booming right now because we're supporting the Dots home style pretzels. Everybody, this is yeah, I know I say this about every episode. We got to get some advertising money on here if I'm supposed to be doing this, talking and stuff. I got to make my viewers have to listen to me read some ads, but anyway, Dots home style pretzels. The Southwest seasoning. This is the best one here. Hear that packaging, bold and zesty. I don't think it's owned by the Kraft Corporation. Thank God. I wouldn't be able to support them if they were. Manufactured in Velva, North Dakota. Their home-style pretzels are a special family snack created many years ago by Dot herself in the home kitchen. This is the good stuff. I'm chewing on the mic. People love that. And then for our drink, we've also got the drinks are a snack, you could say. We've got Rain, Total Body Fuel, Cherry Limeade with BCAA aminos, and coenzyme Q10. It's got a lot of stuff in here. Sodium benzoate and coenzyme Q10. Manufactured for Rain Beverage Company. Also not owned by Kraft, so we're supporting the small businesses here today. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty cool.
Let's get back to some news view, and then we've actually got an interview with the guy, Michael Badger. This is on UPTV 6. One thing I like to do when I look for these public access is first you find the channel on YouTube for the public access channel. Then you go back. Rain is run by Monster. Dang, no wonder it's ooey so gooey. We love Monster Rehab. I'm getting big into energy drinks. Never thought that would happen, but
Ooh, it's so good.
you know, that's what happens when you hit your mid-30s. You start drinking energy drinks. It's a good treat to have. Anyway, I like to go in, find the channel for the local public access channel, and then go back, look through their oldest videos, see what they have, look and see if they've uploaded anything from the archives. That's kind of what I look for. Start drinking. That's right. I like to go see if they've uploaded anything from the archives, which we'll look through some of that. I have a lot of videos on here, so I think I've decided this is how I want to do the public access from now on. It's just doing sort of a roundup style, looking for the weirdest stuff I can. This is a redo because the last episode had too many technical difficulties. Dang it. Okay, let's hear a little bit more news.
Has an estimated revenue of about $32 billion.
White gummy
and
bear.
Will consist of the current Kraft Foods Europe and developing market
Had a
units,
battery
as well
today.
as the North
Okay.
American snacks and confectionery businesses, said the company in a statement. The North American grocery business, on the other hand, would consist of the current U.S. beverages, cheese, convenient meals, and grocery segments, and the non-snack categories in Canada and food service. And this would be a tax-free spin-off that could be completed by the end of 2012. And
News view.
this also includes a trend where
Can't believe
Sara
that.
Lee and Fortune brands.
Can't believe in their commercials they had in the other News View episode, they had a damn pro-life thing. That's weird. I didn't think they did politics like that, but I hope that he didn't. I don't know if this guy picked out the ads himself or if that was just something in the UPTV commercial catalog that they had. Let's check out this. This is an interview with this guy, Michael Badger. Here it is.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Lady Sola. I'm here with UPTV Channel 6, and I'm about to interview one of the many program hosts and producers of the station, Mr. Michael Badger. I have representing Newsview. How you doing, Mike? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Enjoying the weather, you know.
Yeah, me too.
Finally getting into the summertime.
Weather's great
so
right
it's a good time to be outside and kind of see what's going
there,
on. Yeah, for sure. So tell me a little bit about Newsview. Like, when did you start the show, and what gave you the idea to kind of embark on that?
Okay, I started Newsview here at UPTV in 2008 or 2008 that year, and I had been planning to do some sort of television program.
We love the news.
Since 2004.
Very bad vibes.
I actually wanted to start doing like a newscast.
Doing the news.
I was in the second grade in 1992.
Wow.
But we started Newsview here in 2008.
Okay. Wow. Very interesting. So you knew from like the second grade that you wanted to do something regarding news production and kind of journalism of that sort.
Sort of.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's really fantastic. So, like, what is some of your favorite television newscasts?
Your favorite news?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of television newscasts over the years.
Some of your favorite news
when I was
updates.
little, I would watch like Channel
Tom
3
Brokaw.
News, WCIA, you know, and
CIA.
they had
He's a CIA
Ed Kelly and
psyop.
Jerry Slave, and then there was Channel 15,
Regis.
which had Keith Page doing the weather.
Regis,
and,
Kelly, and Kathy,
and even Channel 17, I watched a lot of Gail Simpson in the morning.
The Simpsons. Love The Simpsons. Funny stuff.
I also even watched WFHL had a show that didn't have weather, I don't think, that had sports like once or twice a week called Newsline. I think Newsline. I think
Sports
it
Ball.
was WFHL Newsline.
Okay.
And it was hosted by Paul Osborne, who later
These are
became
some
the
local-
mayor of the city of Decatur.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
I go kind of back. When I was little in the 80s, I would watch news. My grandparents watched news on TV, and I sort of got the. Later, when I was in high school, I sort of wanted to watch
the
news
news.
more again. So.
Okay. Wow.
Love
wow.
the news.
That's really cool. So out of all of the news shows you grew up watching with, of course, WCIA, WFHL, the ABC.
About
of
Tom
course,
Brokaw
here and everything.
or,
what was like your favorite
some other guys.
particular newscast that was actually on television?
Katie Couric.
And, you know, why?
I don't
why
know
did
who these
you
local
like and connect
people
with that
are.
one so much?
I would say there were things I liked about all of them, but
Okay.
I would say Channel 3 was really my.
Channel 3. This guy
Well,
loves
I
the
like-
news. I mean,
To
what
be
can you
fair,
what else,
I
what can you
liked
say?
all of them.
Okay.
I would watch, like I said, Gail Simpson on WAND in the mornings, and Joan London doing Good Morning America.
There we go. Good Morning
Spencer
America.
Christian was doing the weather. And WICD. I would also watch WICS in the early 90s. Over the air. That's the Springfield.
Okay. Not very exciting, but anyway, an interesting character. That's pretty much what we get on public access. It's all about finding interesting characters. Insanely boring. He loves the local, hyper-specific local news that I don't know any of those. Anyway, another banger that we have. We got a lot of good stuff on UPTV 6. I think we'll stick with that, and then we can go to some other ones too. This is a good show that I found on here, The Psychotic Comedian Show. We're going to start with episode 2, and then we're going to jump forward so you can see the progression of The Psychotic Comedian. This is going to be good. We need some laughs after that one. Psychotic Comedian.
Very nice. This is a dramatic monologue I'm going to read about two collaborators and
This is the
friends who
Psychotic
argue
Comedian.
over a script, and I'm going to try to act it out as dramatically as possible.
All right.
Shane, I've been sending this show all over the effing country, Kim. And you mean to tell me I did all this for nothing? I've got a chance of a lifetime here. Christ, you too. We may never, you may never get another opportunity like this again. Just because you hate it, what gives you the right to punish me? To take this away from me? I mean, come on. Do you think it was so... I mean, come on, do you think anyone would have produced a show you wrote? It was so gooey, sappy, sentimental, cheesy, and Hallmark. Well, Cam, wait, don't go, please. You're holding all the cards here, okay? You've got me where you want me, desperate. Okay, so
He's doing a dramatic monologue.
Will do whatever I have to say.
Some acting.
And I won't be hostile.
Guy's truly
I'll listen to
psychotic.
whatever you say, I won't be hostile. I promise. Just please sit back, have a drink with me. Have a drink and tell me what I have to do to work this out, okay? Kim, come on. This is my one shot to
psychotic
actually use my
comedian.
ridiculous theater
Guy's
degree.
truly psychotic.
And I really don't want to end up teaching high school drama in English. Don't you see how badly I need this? Can't you at least sit down with me, please?
What the hell? Okay, I thought he was going to tell some jokes. Okay, this one he is telling jokes. So here we're going to fast forward 100 episodes later. See what he's up to now. See if he's improved his shtick. I think this one he does actually tell jokes. The psychotic comedian, Paul Skinner. He's stretching his singing talent to the limit.
Hey folks, this is the psychotic comedian for, I guess, show 107.
He's done a lot of episodes.
Last week, so
he's done a lot of episodes.
Let's go and do on this.
Kind of let his hair grow out a little bit.
See, bit number one, I have kind of some weird news. I got my carpet pregnant, for Christ's sakes, UPTV. Now I got to save up money to put it through college. Never mind. Seriously.
Now he's doing jokes.
As you know, I've been working on this show 2 years and working in adult films for about 4 years now. And working in adult films has actually opened up some new doors for me. Seriously, I been doing like offbeat commercials, like cramming for college. Well, I did one for, let's see. One, and I played a lumberjack in a flannel shirt, and they sent me to Oregon. And this is kind of how the dialogue went down. You know,
more acting.
When a man's chopping wood and he gets wood, that's stamina. The newest smell enhancement product. How about that? But
What?
anyway,
I didn't catch that one. Bruce Fabranch.
On a different note, years and years ago, there's been a couple of women. I don't think I could get in trouble mentioning their names, but
I
went
probably
out
wouldn't.
to do
Probably shouldn't do
pornography,
that. Oh,
which
gosh.
since I'm in, I have no thing against them at all. But this woman comes back. I just happen to be
He's
in
in
the store,
pornography.
and she
The
comes
hell?
running into the store. I'm a porn star. I'm a porn star. Ugh. You know, and I'm like, at least you're, all you have to do is lay there. I said, I'm a 36-year-old man who has to get it up on cue. All right. Well, back when I was a customer at Family Video, UPTV, I thought I'd mess with the mind, as I so often do, with the clerk. I came in with the video. I said, Miss,
God.
This movie moved me. I laughed. I cried. I clapped and all. She says, oh, sir, that is so sweet. Then she says,
They're not jokes.
Let me look at the title.
Oh, here we
Are
go.
you guessing what the title is, UPTV?
Fucking porno.
Screw My Wife, Part 7. All right. Well, exciting news for the workers at the state mental hospitals, UPTV. Congress has passed a law to when the patients get out of line, they get to hit them with bats.
Oh, no.
And, but it gets me thinking, what if you're so mentally bad off,
Oh, no.
what do they do with you? I'm thinking first jails, and then state hospitals,
Oh, no.
followed by they send you to hell, I guess. I don't know. Thanks,
God. What
Sorry,
the
this show's
hell?
starting a little late, UPTV, but I was at my sex addicts meeting, seriously. And it was sex toy night, and we got the novelties. We each of us got our favorite novelty there, and I got a
Which one did he
vibrator,
get?
and I accidentally got stuck up my ass. But you know, and it's still stuck
can he
up
say
there
that?
now. But you know, the only good thing is when I sit down, I get good vibrations. Well, I remember a rather
Okay.
jovial job I had at. I was a tour guide at the U of I, showing the incoming freshmen around the
Oh,
campus
my God.
and stuff. And
Yeah, if you were enrolling in the college and this guy was your tour guide, I think you'd probably look elsewhere. This pump.
I go, good morning. Good morning, incoming freshman. My name's Paul the Pounder Skinner. Yes, Rebecca. Why do they call you the Pounder, Paul?
Psychotic
because
comedian.
I had enough sense to drop out of college and pursue my passions, become a porn star. Now I'm worth millions. After I said that, like 5 of the guys that had rulers on them started running to the bathroom. Whatever, man. Okay. But anyway, then I said, these are a slew of bars up and down Green Street.
They all... Okay, let me get this straight. He's the tour guide for the college. He said he dropped out of school to be a porn star. And when he told the kids that, some of the guys went to pulled out their rulers because they're about to go to college, so they've got their school supplies, and they ran to the bathroom. Okay. If you can believe that this is like 16 minutes long, and this is the 100th episode. 107 episodes of Psychotic Comedian. So let's hear another joke and then let's move on to some more hits from UPTV. They got a lot of good stuff on here. We love it. Got some good jokes from the Psychotic Comedian as well.
You will get plastered on Friday and Saturday nights. I said, in my opinion, I don't know why the university would put those up for the students. If it was me, I'd put up this kind of commentary, health bars or juice bars, because it's better for brain power. But anyway, here's a library, and this is a great resource.
Commentary.
Free resource to read up and
good commentary.
Know stuff. If personally I knew how to read, I would use it. But, it's there.
Okay.
Now we come to the Cranner Center. Although I've seen no talent coming out of this center for the past 50 years, except myself, of course. No bragging there. It relies on people from acts out of state and stuff to come in and to perform. But it's a great place, and it has a museum and whatever. Amanda, yes, my dear. Are you single? Good looking curls, yeah, you there? Yes, at least that's what I tell everyone. All right, next bit. Now you know what about Bob? I'm going to reenact.
Oh, no, we're not going to do that. Sorry. Just Psychotic Comedian. I don't want to see him acting. Okay. This guy's pretty cool. Psychotic Comedian. To come back and watch some more episodes. This is a good. The next one we've got here is pretty good. Pretty strange. All right, we're gonna I'm gonna start doing that in the middle of the show. I'm gonna do a monologue from What About Bob? Okay, this one's pretty bizarre.
Compassion Now Network for All, in short, CNN for All,
bizarre.
Urbana, Illinois presents Bubbling Rhema Melodies. Hi, I'm Dr. Professor Alex Rhema Zachariah, MD. I, with my wife, Dr. Professor Prema Zachariah, MD, we live in Urbana, Illinois, United States since 2005. We are originally from India, but now settled here. We have here
the ukulele.
Jacob Bernard, 14-year-old talented musician. We bring to you Bible songs. And today it is Fruit
Bible
of the
song.
Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience.
Bible songs.
Fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Fruit of the light consists in all goodness, righteousness, and truth in all fullness. Fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness.
About this tree.
Goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Fruit of the light consist in all goodness,
Now I've got a
righteousness,
mecha
and
baby.
truth in all goodness. Those who belong to Christ have crucified the flesh, the sinful nature with its passions and desires. If we live by faith, by the Holy Spirit, let us walk in step with fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience,
Love and the spirit and the faithfulness and self-control. The London spirit is shining us. La 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 la.
doubtless keep in
Jesus
perfect
singing.
peace, because we trust in the wrong eternal. Fruit of righteousness is peace and its effect, quietness and confidence forever. Fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Fruit of the light consist in all goodness, righteousness, and truth in all goodness.
What? Just having fun.
Fruit of the Spirit is love, joy,
Fruit of the spirit is Wow. That was crazy cool. That was bubbling Raymond melodies. I'm gonna look this guy up. I need to look this guy up. Bubbling Raymond melodies. What's he up to? Dr. Professor Alex Raymond Zachariah. Here's his LinkedIn. Director of Reamer Size. Probably for the first time in human history. Grandfather, 83 years young. Grandson. Our name. Okay. I'm gonna get away from LinkedIn. I don't want to. Here he is on Twitter. He's on Twitter. Very nice. Oh, he's watching Columbo. Cool. Okay, anyway, that's him, Dr. Let's move mindfully. Dr. Rama Zachariah. Alright. Okay, well, that's a cool guy. Making some cool tunes, and one thing that what made me think of that, what I think of when I watch this is the
Compassion Now Network for All, in short, CNN for All, Urban
CNN, the kid here, Jacob. This is one of those things that, I can just picture however old this kid is now. This is one of those memories that comes up in his nightmares. It's like, I remember when I was 14, I was playing guitar with this weird guy on public access, and it was like a bad dream. He likes Columbo. Kabumbo. Let's check out another one from UPTV. We have a lot of things to check out. So I'll have to go down the list a little bit and peruse, but I do want to see. I like the UPTV. News from Neptune. They love the news.
1 2, the microphone check. 1 2 1 2, the microphone check. I got my headphones tuned between 2 different AM stations, and my briefcase is full of declassified information. Declassified, declassified.
Good evening and welcome to News from Neptune.
News from Neptune. They love the news over there in Indiana.
For more than 20 years, a spontaneous and unrehearsed discussion on the news of the week and its coverage by the media. First on local radio, and when
from
censored
Neptune.
and excluded there, welcome
Shadow
happy to
banned.
say by the good people at Urbana Public Television, which does in
Shadow
fact seem to
banned.
be an accessible, responsible, and responsive media outlet.
News from Neptune.
I'm Carl Estovich. My discussants tonight are David Green and Ron Zook. Our format is to take a few minutes
news
each from
from
the top of the
Neptune.
hour and mention some events from the week, and then take turns asking one another questions about what's been said. Our program's name, News from Neptune, was chosen by Chomsky, who's been talking sense about American politics for more than twice as long as we've been on the air. Chomsky has said that in the American media, either you repeat the same conventional doctrines everybody is saying, or else you say something true that will sound like it's from Neptune. Today is Friday, May 20th, 2011, the day after a speech by President Obama that was announced as setting a single standard, the renunciation of violence for groups including Hamas, the Muslim Brotherhood, and others seeking engagement with the United States. Chomsky commented, "It follows that the U.S. will no longer engage with Israel, which has long relied on violence to impose its will, and its highly discriminatory laws and practices targeting Palestinians. And the U.S. will not engage with itself, given its long-standing commitment to violence to impose the domestic arrangements of its choice, including political change." Since Obama doesn't mean that, the single standard is just more of the familiar deceptive rhetoric.
Go off.
You're watching News from Neptune with reference to the time of year, the false commencement edition. We'll say more about that as the hour goes
from
on.
Neptune.
Now we'll go to David Green. And was it all familiar deceptive rhetoric, David?
Absolutely. Let me just first say that since I have a birthday coming up this week, and I've noted in the past that my birthday coincides with either the
big Chomsky heads.
takeoff or landing of Charles Lindbergh. I can never recall which, and either the start or end of the war in Korea from 1950 to 1953. I can never remember which. But in any event, my talk,
exciting stuff. Spielberg.
My reading is about the Nakba, al-Nakba, the Palestine catastrophe of 1948, past and present. According to international law.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought this was going to be a lot weirder, but I guess it's pretty. Couple of left-wing extremist guys talking about politics. I thought it would be a lot. Didn't really watch it. It seems interesting. Not weird enough, but I do like. I feel like I like this guy.
The last presidential election,
News from Neptune.
and did whatever Wall Street wanted, all and more. And we get these impassioned cries in the Wall Street Journal from elsewhere that
Street.
Obama was anti-business.
Obama.
But that was possible only because of the rhetorical moves he'd used, because of the lies he told during the campaign, that led some Americans to think, yes, this man will actually defend the majority of the population against the rapacious business class.
The fake news. Anyway, that's what you can see. He did a rap, so that was something. All right, well, let's get off of UPTV then. That was kind of cool. That's just some of the stuff you can see on public access. A little bit of everything. He got shadow banned, but I'm looking up his. Found the. Looked like it's back on the radio. News from Neptune. If you want to go check that out. Says it's still on the air, even though he said he got shadow banned. So they just did one not that long ago. News from Neptune. Let's see, what kind of other weird stuff do we have? Let's get back into the weird stuff. I guess speaking of politics, let's get into some weird politics. Let's whiplash around from one extreme to the other. Alright, we got news from Neptune. And now we've got fear of a libertarian planet. Oh no! We got fear of a libertarian planet brought to you by Montana Libertarians. Oh no. Uh-oh. Left, right, up, down. You can get all your politics on public access.
Of a libertarian planet. My name is Wyatt Vaught, and I am the chairman of the Montana Libertarian Party, as well as a...
The card of death!
Ned.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about our show. This is going to be a show where we can educate the public about what it is to be a libertarian.
This guy's the chair of the...
The name of the show is somewhat unusual. I know Fear of the Libertarian Planet refers generally to the fact that since these are ideas many people are not familiar with, oftentimes they're kind of afraid of them. They don't know exactly what they stand for.
Afraid.
And also it's a
Scary.
parody of a Public Enemy album called Fear of a Black Planet. But anyway, for our inaugural show,
So we stole that. We stole Public Enemy.
Tonight. His name is Joseph
Libertarians
Knight,
are just
and he
as
is the field organizer
revolutionary.
for the Libertarian Party. He travels around the country going to different college groups,
Wow.
helping them to organize, giving pep talks, general things like that. So he's going to do our show for tonight. So with no further ado, here is Mr. Joseph Knight. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Wyatt. It's a pleasure to be in Montana.
Oh, great. I'll just sit on the sidelines.
Okay,
get
great.
out of here.
We're going to talk in general terms tonight about the Libertarian Party and its philosophy. It's philosophy about government because, after all, we're a political party and government's what we're interested in. And I would like to start out by talking just a little bit about the role of government through history. Basically, through history, government has operated in one of three modes, and we've listed these three modes on one of our posters here.
Let's see the poster.
Under option number 1, option number 2, and option number 3. Could we focus on
Can we check out the poster? There it is.
Option number 1,
There's the
minority
poster.
governs the majority. And in fact, this is the mode that government has operated under throughout most of human history. Now, we weren't around when governments first started, but we know that people first formed into organizations. They were clans or tribes.
Libertarian
Very
from
frequently,
Montana.
The leader of the tribe or the clan was the oldest and the wisest person in the tribe or clan. Also, just as frequently, it was the biggest, baddest bully in the clan.
So it was already, he's said clan about 4 or 5 times, so doing some dog whistling.
And sometimes the bully would get other bullies to help impose his rule on the members of the clan. Other variations of this theme throughout history, numerous centuries of monarchies, the idea that people inherited the right to govern. Sometimes the monarchs would justify their rule with something called the divine right of kings. This is the idea that I'm the boss because the big G wants it that way. If you have a problem, you take it up with him. In modern times, we've seen various other variations on this same theme all over the political spectrum: left-wing communist politburos, right-wing military juntas, all variations on this same idea of the minority governing the majority. Then at some point in human history, we evolved politically from option number 1 to option number 2. Option number 2, the majority governs the minority. This is a concept known as democracy. It was a great step forward. A lot of
Democracy,
people gained a lot of freedom when we evolved from option number 1 to option number 2. But there's still some problems with option number 2. Even though it has
Boring.
freedom for a lot of
Actually, this is on. Interesting, you should point that out. MCAT Community Media is what we are watching now, Montana. So that is actually where we find the Shane and Tyler show. But now they've got the Libertarian Planet. Let's see what other posters he's got here. We're gonna watch some more from our favorite Montana public access channel, because they've done a good job uploading some of the archives.
As we perceive them to be, between those of us who call ourselves libertarians,
Taxation.
those people who would call themselves conservatives, and those
Without
people who would call
representation.
themselves liberals.
The libs.
Probably the issue, the economic issue that receives the most discussion in this country today is that of taxation.
Taxation without representation. Okay. Let's get away from that. That's pretty boring. But kind of showing you how some of the politics is. Let's see. What else do we have here? From Montana. Let's check this one out. This is one I wanted to watch. Let's get something non-political that we can all agree is cool. Something we can all agree is pretty damn cool.
Pretty cool.
We've got the mushroom. Speaking mushroom.
Okay. Welcome to Wild About Mushrooms. We're here in Missoula, Montana with an assembled crew here of people who are interested in mushrooms. And tonight's program we're going to be talking about the economic value of mushrooms in western Montana and how the value of mushrooms and their role in the ecosystem may be affecting our lives in the future. Our panel members tonight are first Ginny McCammett, our
we love the
MSU
shrooms.
Extension horticulturalist.
These are the shroom experts.
Carrie Wall McLean of Garden City Seeds and the Bitterroot Down Home Project. Angie Coffin, an environmental activist.
The seeds. Good camera work here.
Alain Desroulet and Karen Coombs.
Garden City Seeds. The seed.
I'd like to start the program here today with a little discussion about the mushrooms that we have here in western Montana. On the other screen, you'll see we have the
Let's see some
morel
shrooms.
mushroom. In just a minute, we'll be looking at the morel mushroom here.
Let's check it out.
Well, maybe
So, you
in
know,
more
one
than
thing
just a
while we're
little
waiting
while.
for
There it is.
We should mention this is a call-in show.
Oh, it's a call-in show. Let's get to some call-in shows after this. How about that? We'll
This
be
is
friends
the,
with all these
the
people.
common yellow or white morel, which we usually find in the cottonwoods down here. And this is one of the most common and
This is a regular
sought-after mushrooms
morality
right now
play.
in western Montana. You have the next one, Greg?
How do you tell the common morel apart from the false morel?
We'll find some comparisons later.
Okay.
But we have had
Okay, so already off to a good start. One of the guests was trying to, actually start some dialogue and talking about mushrooms, and then let's wait till later. Let's just skip over that, whatever you're wanting to talk about. This is a 2-hour long episode, so I'm sure the conversation gets going big time. This reminds me of another public access thing. I think this is on the archives, a different episode where we watched them play a live chess match, which was pretty amazing. I'm gonna go back and find that one. That one was funny. That's kind of what
quite a few people
these are
calling in
reminding me
with,
of.
Reports of false morels earlier this year.
False.
Another
Fake
mushroom
news.
that we have very common here, especially up in the swamps, is the
Green the swamp.
Latoporus sulphureus.
I can't get off of the
sulfur polypore mushroom.
damn politics talk.
That we see here. This is a delicious mushroom that grows on large trees.
Now I've got a
and
mecca, baby.
is
Now I've got
nicknamed the chicken of the woods.
Chicken of the
because
woods.
the flesh of this mushroom tastes a lot like
chicken.
A lot like chicken. Can we have the next
Now
one?
I've got a mecca, baby.
Ooh, it's so good.
Ooh.
I think a lot of people are familiar with the
Ooh, it's so good.
giant puffball.
Puffball.
And we sure have
That was a really good one.
a
The
lot
chess
of different
game.
puffballs here in Montana.
Um,
Most of them don't get quite this
kind
big.
of want to watch that.
But as you can see, one of these mushrooms is about all you need for a banquet.
Hmm. That's a big old mushroom. You can make a big mushroom stew with that thing.
Another common edible we have
is
psychedelic
the golden
mushrooms.
chanterelle.
Are they going to talk about those kind of mushrooms?
This mushroom is of tremendous economic importance throughout the Pacific Northwest, not just here in western Montana. When it is available in San Francisco, the wholesale market price is between $7.50 and $9.
Holy crap!
This is a very popular mushroom, and
all about mushrooms
it's
today.
Used in a variety of dishes, especially French cooking.
Let's talk about some of the cooking that we can do with mushrooms.
But not all mushrooms are edible, of course. This is the Amanita phalloides,
psychedelic mushroom.
a deadly poisonous mushroom. This is known in the Pacific Northwest, but it's not so frequent here in western Montana. We do have some members of the Amanita group. You notice some of the characteristics here. You can see the warts on the cap, I believe.
Big mushroom.
Skirt-like veil. And if we look down on
You
the
don't
bottom
want to
of the
eat
slide,
that.
we can see
You don't want to eat that.
the bulbous base.
The
that,
bulbos.
is also an indication of this group.
Stay away from warts.
Stay away from warts on the cap. And those,
Warts on the cap.
Those white gills can be a real problem as well.
Make you trip
On
balls.
our next slide, we'll see
Tripping balls if you eat one of those.
this is much more common, Amanita gemata, or excuse me, Amanita pantherina in this slide, sorry. This is also a poisonous mushroom, but we have no reported fatalities from eating this mushroom.
Is it true, Larry, that if you see a white mushroom with white gills and it has the veil around the top of the stem and a little cup at the base of the stem, is that a common indicator of being poisonous?
It sounds like you're
that's a
describing
bunch
the
of crap.
Amanita phalloides or virosis. So yeah, I would say that that's a pretty safe bet. If you've got a white gills and a prominent ring around
Actually,
the
that's
stem
a bunch of crap.
with a bulbous base, warts on the cap.
Warts on the cap.
It's not a good idea to experiment with something like that.
Warts on the cap. That's a bunch of crap. Don't eat that. Let's see what else they get into. I want to see the conversation get going on this.
People would go down and shoot these off the trees because it had antibiotic properties. And before penicillin became widely available, this was, used as medicine.
It's on the cap.
Do we have a caller, or should we?
A caller. I want to hear the callers.
Yeah, we'll take another caller here.
All right.
No, but call on in, and we'll
Call
take it.
in.
Is there
I guess not.
Just never can tell, can you?
It's time for fairy rings.
Okay, back to those old fairy rings. What did you want to
So
say,
is
Terry?
there
I wanted to hear a caller.
for
By golly, there is a shake test.
Yeah.
Fancy that. I wish we had some fairy rings here in the office with us, and that would really facilitate the discussion of fairy rings.
Well, I tell people, especially if they have small children and they're concerned about whether or not the mushrooms are toxic, to teach their small children to kick over the mushrooms and not to eat them. Be careful about that. And if they're really concerned about the cosmetic aspects of fairy rings, I tell them fertilize your lawn more heavily, because sometimes the fairy ring, you'll notice, will be a bright green ring of grass right where the fairy ring was last year, where the advancing edge was, and people don't like that. So I say, well, fertilize the rest of your lawn to equal, so the grass, the rest of the lawn will be equally green, and that will camouflage it.
Right.
And sometimes, like right on the edge in front of the green ring, you'll see this patch of dead grass because
Or behind it.
or behind it,
Mhm.
the fungus will be killing out all the grass. You can
Fungus.
perforate that ring and help with the aeration and the moisture, and that will help alleviate some of the effects.
Fungus
Fairy
among
rings
us.
generally tend to release nitrogen as they grow. And
This is a good one.
For this
Naturally
reason, that is
speaking
why you get the
mushrooms.
green grass. In fact, an even more effective way
I wanna hear some
might
of the
be to
callers.
only fertilize behind the ring.
Call us. Call
Because
in
often
now.
when the fairy ring
We'll talk
moves
about
on
mushrooms. I
and
want to hear
leaves
some of
the
these
dead grass
callers.
behind,
Clouds passing by and
Here's the
They
French
might put
guy.
a de-icer on the roads in the winter.
or you
Dee
can
dee 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 dee. I want to hear some of these callers.
Fungus helps dramatically with decomposition.
Fungo pop.
Lots of unrotted
What's going on here?
Different kinds. This darker color here is using the whole mushroom with this dark part. And then the golder paper is from carving this off and just using the golder insides.
Fungos.
And this is just straight mushrooms and water.
Straight up.
You don't need any kind of mordant or
Mushroom
fixing
art.
with it to help hold the fibers together.
Wow.
Actually, it works real well to just hold the other. This is like a 60-40 mix of 60%
Mushroom paper.
40% just old paper bits
Wow.
that had been soaked and mixed together.
Mushroom paper. That's pretty
Needs a
cool.
little more work, but you could write on
That's
that.
pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
It needs some work. Go back to the drawing board on that one.
Shane and Tyler show. La 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 la.
Okay, I've got another one here. I'm looking through my list. Got a lot on the list. Some cool stuff, but this one I think we're gonna like here. I think Howie, I think you're gonna like this one. This one's really good. This one's really good. That's all I'll say. Excited, just the most exciting stuff you can find on public access. Yellow light duration problem with Bob Wallace.
Wisconsin Department of Transportation, under Frank Busalaki, fails to comply with Federal Regulation 393.55 on roadways under their control with mixed traffic, cars, buses, and large trucks when setting yellow light durations on controlled intersections. Chart 1 compares the yellow light duration times, State of Wisconsin
Yellow light
DOT,
duration times.
to Federal Regulation 393.55. Column 1 lists the YLDs per Federal Regulation 393.55. Column 2 lists the YLDs per Wisconsin DOT.
Wisconsin.
Column 3
The damn
shows
yellow
DOT
light's
shortages
not
per
long enough.
Federal Regulation 393.55. This publication comes from J.J. Keller and Associates. The title is Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations Handbook, as prescribed by the United States Department of Transportation, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, Parts 40, 325, 350 through 399. Chart 3 will show proper deceleration rate for mixed traffic roadways.
Okay, so
The
this is
perception
a
reaction time of 1.5 seconds is taken from
8-second
this
yellow
manual.
light. Now that's what I agree with this old man. I'm guessing he's a retiree, maybe used to work in urban regulations or whatever. He said, these damn yellow lights are not long enough. Let me go look at the federal regulations, and then he's going to get on TV to complain about how yellow lights are not long enough. I say make them long. Make them long so you can run through those damn things.
Commercial Driver's Manual, Volume 1, dated February 2005, page 2-13, under caption 2.6. This publication is published by Wisconsin DOT and is available at your nearest DMV office. Equations 1 through 5 establishes the proper yellow light duration times that appear on Chart 1 under Column 1. Equation 1 establishes the proper YLD time for 30 miles an hour. Note the formula used to ascertain the times. Also note, D in the equation replaces the 2A value in the kinematic method formula. This will be addressed when equation 6 is shown. The reason will become intuitively obvious when viewing that equation. Equation 2 establishes the proper YLD time for 35 miles an hour. Equation 3 establishes the proper YLD time for 45 miles an hour. Equation 4 establishes the proper YLD time for 50 miles an hour. And equation 5 establishes the proper YLD time for 55
Yellow light
miles
duration. Could be a good band name.
compares yellow light duration times, City of Eau Claire, Wisconsin, to Federal Regulation 393.55. This chart illustrates the variances in the YLDs in Eau Claire, comparing Hastings Way and Claremont Avenue under the control of Wisconsin DOT District 6 office in Eau Claire, and all other roadways under the control of Eau Claire's traffic engineer, Ross Spitz, as compared to the proper YLDs per federal regulation
Under the assumption
393.55.
people start braking when they
Do the
see the yellow
YLDs
light
in your
instead of
community
accelerating.
conform to the proper YLD
That's a good
times
question.
as set
I would
forth
love
in
if this
federal
was a
regulation
call-in to ask some
393.50.
questions about yellow light duration. Are the regulations such that, I think according to the laws in this country, I think you're supposed to slow down. But me, I'm like, I gotta get through that damn thing. Sometimes you hit the yellow light and you're like, frick, this thing's gonna go red. And you gotta brake. Sometimes I do that. But I'm probably not supposed to.
Until they conform, we really don't know how many drivers are red light runners. In fact, some
Not
drivers
me.
have already been wrongly ticketed with short YLDs. Per letter from the Eau Claire Police Department, drivers have been ticketed for violating Wisconsin State Statute 346.37 1C1 for violation of a red traffic control. Without proper YLD times, more drivers will be wrongly ticketed.
Interesting. So maybe it's part of the big government and big police. They want to get more people running those red lights. So we will make the lights shorter. No, he's saying the lights are too short. He's saying that the lights are too short in Wisconsin or wherever he is. And so they need to be longer according to the federal, I guess, or maybe they need to be shorter. I don't know what his point is.
Chart 3 reflects the deceleration rates as set forth in Federal Regulation 393.55. Mixed vehicle roadways have a deceleration rate of 14 feet per second per second.
Whoa.
This rate allows the slowest braking class, large trucks, adequate time to stop safely. This formula shows the kinematic method formula. It identifies the yellow light duration portion and the red light duration portion.
It's an American
Members of
hero.
the viewing audience
Whoa.
can do the math using listed
I
values.
love
and establish
doing the math.
YLD times used by Wisconsin DOT.
Okay, let's go back to that. For those of us wanting to do the math, do you know how much I love to do the math? The kinetic method formula, yellow light duration plus red light duration. So we've got the PRT, of course, that's usually 1 second. Then we've got the approach speed, 30 miles an hour, or 44 feet per second. Approach grade 0, negligible. Average vehicle deceleration equals 10 feet per second per second. Okay. So that gets you the V over D. D equals real actual deceleration rate. Then you're going to want to do D equals 20 feet per second per second. Huh.
Listed values can establish the YLD times used by Wisconsin
YLD.
DOT. These times were listed in chart
These
number 1,
people-
column 2, and chart number 2, column 2.
1 second too short.
As shown, the real actual deceleration rate used by Wisconsin DOT is 20 feet per second, and not the 10 feet per second as advertised. 2 times A, when A equals 10, is 20. Let me repeat that.
Let's hear it.
2 times A,
Go off.
when A equals 10, is 20. Whatever happened to the safety issues on our roadways? Why isn't Federal Regulation 393.55 implemented on roadways throughout the city, state, and country? Express your concern by contacting members of the City Council,
Oh, I am.
members of the Wisconsin DOT, your state-level
They're going to get
representatives,
a
and all
damn
others.
earful.
Frank Busalaki,
Frank
Secretary of Wisconsin
Busalaki,
DOT.
that bastard.
Dave Veet, Wisconsin
I hate that guy.
Department of Transportation Madison office.
Frank
Wisconsin
Busalaki,
Department of
get out of here.
Transportation District office personnel. Police department.
You're stopping on a hill, you'll need
City
more
managers,
notice. That's
mayors,
right.
County board members.
Frank
Wisconsin
Busalaki, get
Attorney
the
General
frick
J.D.
out of
Van
my
Hollen,
city council.
Governor Jim Doyle, City Eau Claire area contact. Mike Huggins, City
Wisconsin.
Manager.
Mike
Brian
Huggamy.
Amundsen, Department of Public Works. Ross Spitz, Traffic Engineer.
Dang, let's
Steve
count
Nix,
all these
City Attorney.
people.
Council members, Dave Adler. Dave Duex, Terry
Let's
Kincaid, and all
send
other
them a letter about
Wisconsin
yellow light
Department of
duration.
Transportation,
Damn it.
District 6 office.
The
in Eau
hell?
Claire. Greg Hugeson, Jeff Kern, elected officials at the state level, Pat Kreitlow, Terry Moulton, Jeff Wood, Jeff Smith, and all other members in Madison. Local leader telegram, contact Don Hoopcher. Remember, the next ticket you receive for running a controlled lighted intersection, you may not be guilty because of short yellow light durations, as is the case on Eau Claire roadways.
So he's saying that you get too many tickets because the yellow lights are too short. So that maybe that's what he's talking about here, is that maybe he got a light, maybe he got a ticket and he wasn't supposed to. So here we go, yellow light duration part 2. Frank Musalaki, that bastard.
Good day. My name is Bob Woolitz. I'm going to be dealing with the money gathering traps that are set for drivers today.
Frank Musalaki.
What jeopardy does a driver experience when running a red light at a controlled intersection? Two major concerns surface immediately.
Okay.
First, safety becomes an immediate issue.
Okay. Just wanted to show that we did have a follow-up part 2 of yellow light duration. In case you were thinking maybe he only did a one-off banger. Wish I could care about something as much as this guy cares about yellow lights. Yellow light duration. Good stuff. It says there's a comment in here, but I can't see it. Interested if anyone's watching these. He might be malicious. Well, he wants people to not get tickets, but he is kind of a pest with the local city council, so it's debatable. He's causing a ruckus in the city in Wisconsin. Let's see. How about here's some more Wisconsin. This is a good one about the cheese. Dairyland.
The kids are back in school. That means
the boys
the
are back in
schedules
town.
are filling up with practice, school activities, and homework.
The boys
I'm
are back
Katie
in
Workus,
town.
the 64th Allison Dairyland, here to share some ideas on how to make it a dairy
Boys
good
are
day.
back in town.
According to the USDA and the newly released My Plate, 3 servings of dairy every day are an important component of a healthy diet. 1 serving is 1 cup of milk, otherwise the thumb size of a piece of cheese. Nationwide, 70% of students do not get enough calcium, making dairy very important. Here are some ideas on how to make it a dairy good day. You want to start the day off right with a great breakfast. Here we have a smoothie that would get you your 1 serving of dairy. You can also have some shredded cheese on top of your eggs. When it's your turn to bring in snacks, bring in some snack sticks that are not only fast and convenient, but they also taste great. After school, the kids usually want a snack, so make sure you have some cheese curds or cube cheese for them to enjoy with crackers or apples. Fall sports are underway, and chocolate milk is the ultimate sports recovery beverage. It contains 9 essential nutrients and vitamins
Time for the
to
remix.
help those athletes refuel. Dairy is not only great for refueling our athletes and refueling our bodies, it also fuels Wisconsin economy. Nearly half of Wisconsin's $59 billion agriculture industry is because of the dairy industry. Here in Wisconsin, we are very fortunate to have over 600 varieties, types, and styles of cheese to enjoy. That means you can try a new Wisconsin cheese every day for nearly 2 years. To find a variety of recipes, check out eatwisconsincheese.com. They have a variety of recipes, everything from soups to salads, entrees, and even some desserts. Have a dairy good day.
Okay, let's try that again. Woo! I got the remix. Here we go. The cheese remix. She's from Wisconsin. She's the cheese capital of the world. Here we go.
The kids are back in school. That means the schedules are filling up with practice, school activities, and homework. I'm Katie Workus, the 64th Allison Dairyland, here to share some ideas on how to make it a dairy good day. According to the USDA and the newly released My Plate, 3 servings of dairy every day are an important component of a healthy diet. 1 serving is 1 cup of milk, otherwise the thumb size of a piece of cheese. Nationwide, 70% of students do
Messed up my
not get enough calcium, making dairy very important.
Very
Here are
important.
some ideas on
Molto
how to make it a dairy
importante.
good day.
Here we go.
You want to start the
Here we
day
go.
off right with a great breakfast. Here we have a smoothie that would get you your 1 serving of dairy. You can also have some shredded cheese on top of your eggs. When it's your turn to bring in snacks, bring in some snack sticks that are not only fast and convenient, but they also taste great. After school, the kids usually want a snack, so make sure you have
Get some curds.
Snickers or cube cheese for them to enjoy with crackers or apples. Fall sports are underway, and chocolate milk is the ultimate sports recovery beverage. It contains 9 essential nutrients
cheese
and
in here.
vitamins to help those athletes refuel. Dairy is not only great for refueling our athletes and refueling our bodies, it also fuels Wisconsin economy. Nearly half of Wisconsin's $59 billion agriculture industry is because of the dairy industry. Here in Wisconsin, we are very fortunate to have over 600 varieties, types, and styles of cheese to enjoy. That means you could try a new Wisconsin cheese every day for nearly 2 years.
Jesus
You can find
Christ.
a variety of recipes.
It's too much
Check
cheese.
out eatwisconsincheese.com. They have a variety of recipes, everything from soups to salads, entrees, and even some desserts. Have a dairy good day.
Katie Workus, the 65th Dallas Alice in Dairyland. That's good. We're going to have to... I've got my little beat machine in here. Thanks to Manderson for sending me the old beat machine. Whew, that was a fun remix. I'm going to have to go back and clip that. Have a dairy good day. Dairyland. I could probably get a lot of cheese in Finland. What did she say? That you could eat Wisconsin cheese every day and have a different cheese every day or something for 2 years. That's too much cheese. I love cheese, but dang, that's nuts. That's too much cheese. That's too much damn cheese, if you ask me. It's cheese. Okay. Of course, we've got these guys. Love the cheese. We got these guys, the real life Oscar guys. Let's check them out. The Oscar special. They got the Oscar fever. So I got to do some more remixes.
And I can't deny the fact that you like me
You really like
right now. This moment is so much bigger than me.
And everybody back in Boston watching us. Thank you so much for sitting in Boston.
So happy. Thank you.
This is where On Cinema comes from.
About this tree.
Oscar buzz. La, 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 dee, oh, it's Oscar time. This is not endorsed by the Oscar.
Hello and welcome to the 6th annual Oscar Buzz
Got
show.
the Oscar
This is
fever.
about the Oscars that are coming up this year, February 9th.
We love the Oscars.
The Oscar show, the Super Bowl of movies and
Got the Oscar
trophies.
fever.
I'm Mike Wigdor, one of the hosts, along
These-
with
these guys
my
are pretty
friend
good.
and co-host and movie maven, Frank Mendoza. How you doing, Frank?
How you doing?
Good
How
to
are
see
ya?
you. Good to see you.
Same
These
here.
guys are from the
So we're
Boston
pretty excited
area.
about this year, right?
Frank Mendoza and Mike Wigda.
There is quite a variety, as usual.
A lot of movies.
More on the doc side, I would say.
From the Best Picture nominees, there definitely is a lot of doc material to wade through.
Yeah, Star
But
Wars,
the slate of
dark
acting nominees that we
side
have,
with Darth
it's
Vader.
It's an interesting bunch this time.
Interesting
because we do
stuff.
have a number of We do have a number of firsts. We have, as is the case every year, you have your snubs, you have your surprises.
Snubs and flubs,
probably
left
the
and
one that's
right.
making top headlines right now is the fact that there is, once again, no female name on the Best Director nomination list. Which is interesting when you think about it big picture, because the Academy has been around
and
now
these are
since
big pictures. These are movies.
1927. This is the 92nd annual Oscar show, 92nd. And out of those 92 years,
Oscar
there has been
fricked
a
up this
female
time.
Best Director nominee a whopping total of 5 times.
5 times?
Just 5.
Wow, and they won for the Hurt Locker.
Yeah, the only
Footlocker.
woman to win Best Director was 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago.
These guys know their movies, huh?
For The Hurt Locker, which got Best Picture
The
too,
Hurt Locker.
by the way. So far, she's the only one who managed to break through the glass ceiling. Greta Gerwig was nominated 2 years ago for Lady Bird.
Yes.
People were expecting that she would get a second career nomination for directing for Little Women, the version of Little Women, but it's not the way it worked out.
Origin of Little Women.
That's been.
They got hit by the
That's
shrink
what I
ray.
don't understand in a way, because if you're going to have some picture nominated for Best Picture, how could you not name the Best Director? Not also name it for Best Director?
I never really got
See, I
that
don't
split
I don't
myself.
understand that.
I mean, that's been a split that's been around
For a while.
Really, pretty much since the existence of the Academy. It
Yeah.
goes through waves.
From the beginning of
there'll
time.
Be periods of time, a decade or so,
From the
where Best
beginning of
Picture and Best Director
humanity
completely match up,
itself.
and then they'll go their separate ways. I think of
crazy.
2012 when Argo won Best Picture, and the director Ben Affleck was
Ben
not even
Affleck.
nominated.
That's true. These
for
are real
directing.
Boston
It's not a matter
guys.
of his not winning directing. He wasn't.
Ben
even
Affleck, Mark
I think the
Wahlberg.
last time there was a matchup was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. with The Shape of Water, and Guillermo del Toro won. Although now that I think about it, I think Green Book. I think Peter Farrelly won for Green Book last year.
Yeah.
But at any rate, usually, traditionally, historically,
the Oscars, what are they doing? They're messing it all up.
No.
So it will be interesting to see who does win the directing. We do have, of course,
We got
Todd
the
Phillips for
Oscar.
Joker.
The
and
Joker.
We have Sam Mendes for 1917, Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and we have Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, and Bong Joon-ho for the film Parasite. So we do have some quality filmmakers in there. It's just a question of the particular movies that they're there on the list for this year. Are these really reflective of their
These
best
are some
work? And
cool
that's always a
movies.
matter of
We love the
debate and
movies.
personal opinion.
I wonder what they thought of
I
the
suppose-
Northman. The Northman. I wonder if they liked that movie.
So, I mean, to me, Quentin Tarantino's best movie was Pulp Fiction, and he didn't get nominated for that. I don't think
he was.
He was nominated.
He was nominated for director, and he won for screenplay for Pulp Fiction.
Okay, but he didn't win for best.
He didn't win best director, and he didn't win best picture. No.
Ah, frick.
Quentin Tarantino, he's got 2 or 3 screenplays.
He's a real
Oscars,
foot
so he is an
freak, that
Academy
guy.
Award winner.
Quentin
He's just never won
Tarantino.
for directing. At
And
least
Martin
not yet.
Scorsese won Best Picture for Departed.
Scorsese got his only directing Oscar for The Departed, which also got Best
Departed.
Picture. That was back in 2006.
I
So
know.
is it a matter of
I know.
Scorsese is due for his...
Of course, if you're from Boston, you know when The Departed came out, because that's a Boston movie. All right? Let's check out. We had some real hacks. Let's check out this. This is an interesting guy. Here are some sports shows. Sports ball. We're gonna watch some sports ball today. So maybe we'll check out some more stuff, and we got a couple of sports ones. But this guy's kind of cool. The Franklin County. This is not me making the beat. Bobby C. Campbell.
It's time, and you've tuned into the Franklin County Varsity Sports Report.
Lord
Here's your
Stanley.
host, Bobby C.
Hello and welcome to the Franklin County Varsity Sports Report. I'm Bobby C. I want to welcome you here today. We're so excited about another great week with lots to talk about. Another girl in Franklin County has made history, and we're going to talk about her in our show this week. Want to thank our underwriters. Want to thank our friends at the Four Leaf Clover Restaurant in Berniston.
All right.
Also by Denny's Pantry, Berniston Road in Greenfield. By our friend Lisa Albert at Albert Hearing Services, 33 Riddell Street in Greenfield. And by Sean Hubert at Hubie's, the Tavern and Restaurant on Avenue A in Turners Falls.
All right.
Want to thank my producer, John Meisner. Also Philippe Simone. Thank you, gentlemen. Also Chris Collins down at the FCAT in South Deerfield. We're so glad to be able to bring you the Franklin County Varsity Sports Report.
All right.
Why don't we get things started for you this week? It all started last Monday, and I could say that Long Meadow High School stormed out to a big lead and ended up beating Frontier in an independent field hockey game. Final score was 6-0. That was played in South Deerfield. The Lancers are the defending Western Mass Division I champion and state finalist. They ended up leading 5-0 at halftime and really put it to Frontier. Frontier's goalkeeper, Skylar Berniski, ended up having 16 saves for the Redhawks, which suffered their first loss of the season. They're now 4-1-2. Long Meadow held a 22-4 edge in shots on net, also 10-1 advantage in corners. Also, Greenfield ends up picking up a big victory in field hockey against Mohawk. That was last Monday. For 30 minutes on Monday, visiting Mohawk was really in control. But the Wave broke through with 2 goals and ended up coming back with another 2 goals and pulled off the 4-1 victory, and they did it at home at Veterans Field. Their coach, Aaron Thayer, said we weren't mentally in the right place when we started the game. We had a lack of mental focus, which ended up losing a lot of our fundamental decision-making.
This is I can tell this is a radio guy because his voice, first of all, it's the sports wrap-up, and he's not looking at the camera. He's reading his paper.
And it surely showed at times throughout our game.
He's got a Casey Kasem kind of radio voice. Varsity Sports.
Mohawk ended up riding the play of Tess Rancourt and Abby Sinister. That was defensively as the duo helped Greenfield off the board for most of the game. But yes, Greenfield comes up with 4 goals and ends up winning 4-1. If you ask Coach Lynn Hopner of how her team did for Mohawk, she says, we did a good job. We were in it, and I'm very proud of our team's strong start. Audrey Brusciano broke through with the game's first goal. Also in there was Reagan Hickey, Maddie Kacheski. They found the back of the net as well. Taylor Williams ended up scoring the goal for Mohawk with an assist from Shelby Sinister. The Warriors did hold a 7-6 edge in corners, while Greenfield had the edge of 17-9 with shots on goal. Cordero Kendall ended up with 13 saves for the visitors, and Greenfield senior Sam Smith had 8 saves for Greenfield. Well, in girls volleyball, back on Monday, Greenfield knocked off Pioneer.
That's the show. It's about an hour of this guy reading off his paper from the sports.
I'm very proud of how the team played today, too. The goal perfectly worked out well because Wozniak is truly the offensive star of this team. But I'm going to tell you what. That little Amber Taylor, boy, watch out for her. She is a fantastic little player herself. So great job by Amber Taylor this year as well. She has really been a true star herself.
We don't need to have to say it like that. Let's watch another sports one. Sports ball. They got a lot of sports shows on public access. Let's check this one out. The sports wrap. The sports wrap. Rip rap, rippity rap. How many views? Your sports wrap. Looks like we're at 14 views. December 10th, 2018. St. Helens. The sports wrap. Mount St. Helens.
And Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
everybody.
Welcome to Sports Wrap. We've got a new look here and some lighting difficulties. This is our new look for Sports Wrap. If we can get a better view of it here. We've got a new desk.
Check out the new studio for Sports Wrap.
And highlight the place
By
a
the
little
way,
bit.
the desk is compliments of St. Vincent de Paul Rehabilitation in Portland. A good friend of mine, Dick Wershey, built this over the last week for us.
All right.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. That's you did a fine job.
Good desk.
Fresh paint on it just today.
And yes, Dick, as I promised, I'll get you Clyde Drexler and the entire Blazer team's autographs here in just a couple days as soon as we go have dinner with them.
Right, sure.
At Clyde Drexler's house.
At Drexler's house, right before the playoffs start.
Right.
Anyway. Yeah, right. Not. Anyway. We're going to start tonight by talking a little bit about the Portland Winterhawks. Kevin's got a little bit of information he wants to share with us about their win over Kamloops. They clinched the Western Conference Championship against Kamloops 4-1.
They swept what was it, Tri-Cities.
Swept Tri-Cities
in 4 games, 4 games to 0. And now last night they clinched the Western Division Championship from.
We're going to start tonight by talking a little.
And the entire Blazer team's autographs here in just a couple days as soon as we go have dinner with them.
Right, sure.
At Clyde Drexler's house.
At Drexler's house, right before the playoffs start.
Right.
Anyway. Yeah, right. Not.
Anyway. Clyde Drexler's house. Kind of had a Letterman laugh there too.
We're going to start tonight by talking a little bit about the Portland Winterhawks. Kevin's got a little bit of information he wants to share with us about their win over Kamloops. They clinched the Western Conference.
Oh, it's a call-in show. Let's hear some of the. I want to hear some callers. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? This is Sports Wrap.
Concerned, it would have been a moral victory, I think, for Portland. They would have won the series from Phoenix this year's regular season series 3-2. Instead, they go to 2-3 against Phoenix this year. Psychologically, what does that do to the Blazers? I think it makes them a tougher team. I think it's a game that will be remembered if and when they get into the second round of the playoffs against Phoenix. I think that will have a psychological advantage for the Blazers.
Call in now.
When they go against Phoenix, knowing that they let one get away up here. So I look for the Blazers to be tough here in the playoffs.
Let's hear some of the callers.
Oh, he's already admitted he doesn't like the Blazers.
It doesn't matter if he doesn't like the Blazers. He might not like the Blazers, but he's still going to do his best he can on the court, I bet.
Let me guess, you're one that believes that Trojan is perfectly safe too, right?
Wait a minute, I believe that.
No, I think anybody that openly admits to hating the team should never be allowed to coach that team again.
Oh yeah, by the way, nice blue desk.
You like that?
No. Yeah, I do. It's pretty cool. It's pretty rad.
It makes us look a little more professional, I think.
Yeah, it looks more like Channel 6 News or something, you know.
Cool. We're looking like the big boys then.
All I gotta do is get him to wear a suit and a tie like mine. We'll have it made.
That'll never happen. Well, I won't say never. All right, thanks for calling. That's a no.
Definite no vote.
That's a definite no vote. They like the desk, though.
So I love the desk.
That's one.
Yes,
I need a desk.
One yes.
Cool stream desk.
Keep the desk, yeah. Anyway, 397-5886. We're having some fun here, I think.
Another question we have. Do you think the Winterhawks are going to win the national championship? Yes or no? Yeah, that's something to call and talk about. I personally think they will. Say Winterhawks are a tough team.
They definitely are.
As long as Jake O'Donnell isn't refereeing it, I think we'll have a very fair shot at it. That's left to be seen.
Sports Wrap.
Okay.
397-5886. Pick up the phone and call.
All right. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about, but if you want to
talk about sports,
get involved with these questions that we're asking,
what you should be talking about.
We'd love to hear from you on those. 2 questions we got right now. Do you think the Winterhawks will win the Memorial Cup this year? Yes or no? And do you think Jake O'Donnell should be banned from officiating all Blazer games? Yes or no? We feel he should. Last caller that called in said no. He's not going to be biased when he gets out on the court. I disagree with that. He's biased on and off the court.
Yeah, Howie needs a public
I think
access.
he was almost tracked down and killed by Cliff Robinson the other night after the game.
Do they have Lansing? Does Lansing, Michigan, have a good public access channel? So we can get Howie on there, just have his own TV show. They'll let anybody on that. They'll let anybody on the public access. If there's one thing we've learned today, we might have time for one more. Oh, a lot of weird stuff. Let's check out. There's just too much weird stuff. We can't get into all of it. So there's some pretty funny stuff on here. How about this food one? Food. Lansing. Let's look it up. Let's check out food. They're having fun over there in public access. This is an interesting thing, like a clip show of some of their old episodes. So it's sort of like the Cool Stream.
While I finish this, I finally got the paprika open. Thank you for that. Just going to the. We're gonna have paprika now.
Let's see. So they're playing clips from some old public access.
Welcome back. We had a little bit of fun, a little bit of music. I guess that paprika looked like it was going to make that, whatever he was putting the ginger and the paprika in, pretty hot. So our next tape takes us back a little bit, and we're going to go back to an old clip that we showed that was some Somerville Producers Group members from 1993. And it was part of a show that was Bobby Watson's Thanksgiving Feast. And the name of this little segment that you're going to see is called Putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the schnitz.
On the scene, here we go. Let's look at a little escarole.
With me now is Eska Roll, and she is somebody whose column you may have seen in the paper, Ask Eska. And Eska has put out a new cookbook called Putting on the Ritz. Tonight she's going to give you a quickie recipe because we don't have much time, and you too can learn how to make a fine dinner from Eska Roll.
Laura, not only a fine dinner, we're talking about hors d'oeuvres, an entree, and a dessert in under 5 minutes.
Unbelievable.
Can I use your help? Are you free for a minute?
I'm free. I'm all yours for the next 5.
I'm glad you mentioned that this is a series called Putting on the Ritz because, of course, our main ingredient is the Ritz cracker. Why don't we begin with the hors d'oeuvre, Laura?
That's a wonderful
Putting on the Ritz.
Okay. Let's just take out a few little Ritz crackers, place them very neatly on a cutting board.
It's like a little comedy skit.
Well, I'd say 4 per person. Maybe our technical crew could join us a little later after the show and taste our delicious little hors d'oeuvres. Okay, so quickly, we've got our Ritz crackers, and next we're going to need just a little bit of cucumber. Oh, yeah, well, let's just chop them. We need 4 little slices. Perfect. Aren't they gorgeous?
They are. They're very round.
Oh, they are.
They fit perfectly.
Now, the point is that what we're building up to is the title of this recipe.
What's that, Eska?
Froggy on a lily pad.
Putting on the Ritz.
This is the beginning of a lily pad. Now, watch.
What the hell is she doing?
What's that, Eska?
This is Cheese Whiz, to be purchased in any...
Cheese Whiz.
There we go. It's
that
coming.
Looks so nutritious.
Oh, yes. What we're talking about tonight is protein complements.
Would you like a hand?
Thank you.
Is that the Froggy, the Cheese Whiz?
No, no, no. The Froggy's coming up next. Wait a minute.
What's this part, Eska?
This is just
The
a
hell is
protein
this?
upon which
Protein.
the Froggy will rest. Now, notice the next ingredient is the olive.
They're
Olive,
taking the
which
piss out of
quite a
cooking
bit
shows.
like
Froggy?
Froggy.
I-
Now, just a minute. Let me get Froggy.
Saying that Cheese Whiz is good
on the lily
protein.
pad. Can our camera pick that up?
This is stunning. This is really a visual delight and
pretty
probably a
cool.
feast as well for the mouth as well as the eyes.
Let's move quickly along to the entree.
Good.
Just
I'm
move that
hungry now,
aside.
Eska.
Okay. Now, quickly. 2 plates, because we're both probably quite hungry tonight.
We're very hungry.
Back to our Ritz cracker.
Yes.
Let's try 4 or 5. Just kind of, you can put those in a neat little
This is
batch
the
there.
ubiquitous and versatile Ritz cracker?
This is the Ritz cracker. Now, let me give you the title of this recipe, this next recipe. This is going to be called steak tartare a la Ritz. Now, instead of a nice little, toasted piece of French bread, we're going to use the Ritz cracker. And next place,
Steak tartare.
this is just a fresh ground beef
Oh no.
conglomeration here.
Is that otherwise known as the humble hamburger?
The humble hamburger is now going to turn into quite a gourmet treat.
I wouldn't eat that.
The key thing is just getting this there we go. Now,
is the humble hamburger any relationship whatsoever to the not so humble pot roast?
The humble
I
pie.
think it's unfair to make such a comparison. But Laura, please, you just
Thank you.
that into a nice patty.
They're just doing a little
and what we want to
skit.
do is just kind of gently
You can do skits on
let
public
it fall where it
access.
may. Beautiful, beautiful. What are we missing?
A napkin?
Protein complement.
Protein complement.
Egg. Nice. Okay, I brought 2 forks so that you could take a turn with me. Let's just scramble up our protein complement.
This is the protein complement.
Losing the
and
audience.
protein beef.
I'm tuning out.
Now, make a little hole. Nice. And just pour it on top. Just let it go. There's no rhyme or reason to this recipe. It's really just
Crazy. What are they doing?
I'm really hungry now,
So let me ask you
Too
something.
silly.
If you were to sit down and eat this, what would you think is missing?
Big
Alka-Seltzer?
turd.
Vegetable. Vegetable. We need a vegetable. So very quickly. Laura, why don't you take 1 carrot? I'll take another. I happen to have brought my scraper with me. Okay, carrot. Vegetable? No.
Don't
We
need
have
that.
this later. You just scrape that up. Beautiful. Place it down. It's really a very casual meal.
Ah,
We've got
casual
an
a la
entree.
Ritz.
An entree. Now,
Do you think
very
our camera
quickly-
can pick this up?
This is
It is
just
a visual
silly.
delight.
That's just a bunch of
That
silliness.
looks so good.
Isn't that good?
Okay, next. This is my famous and very easy apple Saint Maur Ritz. Yes, very good. Now,
is this dessert?
This is dessert. The nice thing
Okay.
about this dessert is that there will be leftovers
Some
for the family
buffoonery.
after you've made
I
a
cannot
very
sanction
elegant
this
meal for yourself.
this chicanery.
Pour the remainder of your Ritz
happening right
package in a pie dish.
I
And
will not sanction this
surprise-
type of
Can I mix it?
buffoonery and
Not necessary,
chicanery.
because we have a surprise utensil.
Is this found in every kitchen?
In every kitchen, one must
Uh-oh.
have a hammer.
In a glass plate, no way.
You know what we're going to be doing now?
Breaking the glass plate.
No. Gently,
no.
gently breaking up our Ritz crackers because we want to create kind of a crumbly crust effect.
Can I try that, Eska?
Please take a turn, and I will prepare the filling. That looks beautiful. It's a very casual
Amazing.
dish. A very casual dish. Very good.
Tasty
Okay, now,
too.
apple pie filling. How long did it take to make this?
That took what, like 2
Very
minutes to check out?
silly
There you go.
stuff. How much longer on
Now,
this
I
one?
happen to have brought a spatula because you never know how long it will take to dish out the apples.
That could add 30 seconds.
Perhaps, but this is going very smoothly.
Oh, that looks so good.
Very smoothly indeed.
Is this sort of like mock apple pie?
Oh,
Ooh, it's
well,
so good.
I, of course, didn't want to just make the usual mock apple pie that
Ooh, it's
Ritz
so
Crackers
good.
talks about on the back of their box. I wanted to create my very own escarole recipe. So that's why I came up with this very special
Good. Do you think we ought to
rendition.
show this to...
It's not done yet, Laura.
Oh, I thought it was done. I can hardly contain myself. Whipped cream.
Whipped cream. Let's just make a smiley face and call it a complete and happy meal. Oops. There we go.
That's beautiful.
Nasty.
There.
Oh, that's good, Eska. Thank you very much. And I think that's about it for
Ooh, it's so good.
evening's set of recipes.
The classic.
Well, so what do you think about that lovely dish? So putting on the Ritz, and we weren't talking about going down Newbury Street, that's for sure. So the Ritz cracker, the charm of the Ritz cracker holds its time.
Ooh,
So
it's
what
so
we're going to
good.
do now
Okay.
is we're actually going
Gene
to go
Flanagan.
on to another tape, and soon I'll be making waffles. And I'm
She's
actually
making
gonna make
waffles.
real waffles, but they'll be a little different too. The kitchen cam
gonna have Ritz crackers in it.
was shot by Ann Adelsberger, a current member of Somerville Producers Group, and she just did a little quick clip in her kitchen. So she's doing tapes tonight, so she's going to start her own tape.
This is playing some of the classics from public access. Kind of like what we're doing and what we've done on today's show. Okay. Playing some of the classics of public access. We gotta get out of here. Let me find. I have another good song. Here it is. It's the Cool Stream. Thanks for watching the Cool Stream today. We had a lot of fun, didn't we? We had a lot of fun on the Cool Stream. We had a lot of fun. It was some fun today on the Cool Stream. Thanks for watching the show.
The Cool Stream.
We'll be back next time. I'm glad we got to do public access again, and because we had to do a redo because of the technical difficulties that we had. But now the show is over. Thanks for watching the show. We'll be back in a couple weeks for another cool episode. Maybe this will be the new ending song. It's time to end the show. Thanks for watching the Cool Stream. Have a very good day, everyone.
Wow.
And we'll be seeing ya next time on another episode of the Cool Stream. Woo! We'll play us out to end the show. We'll play the credits, the famous credits sequence that we have, that we all love. We'll be seeing you, everybody, on the next time on the Cool Stream. Bye-bye! It's the cool... Okay. It's the Cool Stream. I like that song. That'll be the new outro song, I think. Thanks for watching the show. It's the Cool Stream. We're having some fun. Okay, I'm really going this time. Thanks for watching. Everybody, we'll be seeing you.
The Cool Stream.
On another episode of the Cool Stream. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the Cool Stream with Beowulf. This was the Cool Stream with Beowulf.
Ooh, it's so good.
I can't stop loving. I can't stop loving. I can't. It's the Cool Stream.
Ooh, it's so good.
Now I've got a mecha, baby. Now I. Me! Yeah! Hey! Me!
I mean, come on.
Love you all so very much. That's the first thing we want to tell you. You are in good hands.
My name is Fred Spencer, and I do videos and animation.
Well, first of all, most of my city.
We don't know the right people. We haven't sucked the right cock. Well, I say it's time to think.
Okay.
So we have the bench. Father on the banco.
I mean, come on.
For you, I gain access to the web.
Ooh, it's so
Look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. Look at that. Look.
Ooh, it's so good.
Yeah!
This guy. Hey, we got Beowulf in the chat. What's up, Beowulf?
Compassion Now Network for All, in short, CNN for All, Urbana, Illinois presents Bubbling Rayma Melodies.